What happens in the single inheritance? When I'm deriving one single class from one single base class, that is single inheritance. Second one was multiple. What is multiple? When there are many base classes, and from those number of base classes, I'm deriving only one class. That is multiple inheritance. What is multi-level inheritance? When I'm deriving one class from base class, and next from that derived class, again I'm deriving the next class. So this is a multi-level. Fine. What is hierarchical? You can just consider a tree-like structure. So that is an hierarchical. And hybrid, it is a combination of multiple and hierarchical. So these are the different types of, the inheritance that we can perform. When I wanted to perform a multiple inheritance, how can I perform it? So I can perform it with the help of a simple comma statement. I can just inherit the properties of two classes in a single class by using a simple comma. Fine. What is the syntax of writing a derived class? So the syntax of writing a derived class, you all know, but still I will write here. The syntax is you will write class, name of your derived class name, fine, colon, visibility. This is very much important, fine, visibility, and then your base class name. So this is nothing but a syntax of your derived class. So this we had seen, fine. If you wish, you can go through those video again and again. You can watch those videos. All the concepts will be cleared. And I wish you have solved the quiz also, fine. Those who haven't solved the quiz, they can try today also, complete the quiz. Those who haven't tried till now. Now let's go to the next part, that is the sequence of constructor and destructor. See, when I'm deriving one class or a child class from the base class, every time the definition of the child class is dependent on the definition of your base class. That means derived class, that is a child class, is not executable till you are reading the definition of your base class, because this is a dependency. Fine. Existence of derived class is not there. Existence of derived class will be there only when you are creating a relationship with your base class. Fine. So every time when I'm talking about the inheritance, that is maybe a single, multiple, multi-level, whatever it may be, the control will first passed on to my parent class. I need to know which is my parent class, then I can access the data of my parent class. Fine. So let's move ahead. I'll just move with a single inheritance. I'll write here one class. I will name it as a parent class. And inside that, I will take one variable, not, okay, it is not required, but just then I will take one constructor. So I'm just taking here default constructor. If you can see a default constructor I'm taking, I'll just print a message here, cout, just to show that how the control is passed. I am class. I will create one derived class. So what is the syntax? I will write down class child colon. I will make the visibility as in public and then my parent class. Then I'll come to the definition of my child class. In the public section of my child class, I will write child class constructor. Now here, what I will do, I'll just copy this one, put it here, and I am child class. Now see what I did? I wrote one parent class here, fine, and I'm creating a relationship, that is I'm creating a new class, a child class from my parent class, and I'm saying the visibility of my parent as in public. What does this mean? All the public members of parent are now becoming public to your child, fine. So now I'm going to main. I'm just creating an object of my child. So this is an object. Now, no other function I have written. I have just simply returned two classes with their constructors. Now what will happen? See, compiler control will first come to your main. Then the compiler control will come inside this. And what is the first statement in my main? This is child obj. Now what is this child? It's a derived class, my child class. So the control will go to this because this keyword is not known to the compiler. Compiler need to understand what is this child means because this is user defined. So compiler will search for the definition, explicit definition of this child. So automatically from here, the control will pass on to the definition of child. Fine, this is a data type, user defined data type. So control is passed here. Now control is from this line, the control is coming here. Fine. So what is written inside this? Class child. Now compiler understood that this is a class. But then immediately after that, what is written? Colon is written. When the colon is coming to the compiler, compiler understand that this is the inheritance. That means this class is a derived class and it must be inherited from somewhere. When the compiler knows this, whenever compiler is going to read this colon, so compiler will understand that this is an inheritance and this is a child class that is derived class. So it is derived from some parent class. Now, which is the place from where it is derived? So it is written after that colon. Then the compiler will go to after colon. So it is public parent. Compiler knows the syntax. So this is parent. That means now compiler understands that from here, the control is coming here. Fine. It is my child class that is derived class. Colon, that means now it is inheritance from where? Parent. So the definition of this child is dependent on which class? Parent class. Fine. Child is not existing till I define this parent. Suppose I am not writing this. I have written only this one, class child, and then simply constructor inside this. Then there is no relationship between these two classes. So automatically from here, the control will come here and this class will be executed as it is. Fine. We'll just execute now. So I'll just run this code. What I'm getting in the output, you can see from the here, control is coming here. As there is no relationship, my only default constructor is getting called. So what is printed? Whatever written in the default constructor. But when I'm talking about inheritance, I told you I want to create a relationship. So now I had created a relationship. So where the control should get passed. The definition of this child is dependent on the parent. So until and unless compiler will read the definition of the parent, it cannot move to the definition of child. Fine? Fine, because dependency is there. So what will happen? यहाँ से जब compiler का control यहाँ पे आएगा, from here the control will move to the parent class. Now the control will go to the parent class. My child class is not executed yet. From here only, I'm directly passing my control to the parent class, and then the parent class will be executed. So what we have written inside the parent class? Of course, constructor is there. So I am expecting that what will be the output first? This constructor will be executed. So my output should be this line first. So, and then after this, now this execution is done, right? And after that, the control is passed on to your child class. See, ये normal, ये कंस्ट्रक्टर की बात है. अगर आप नॉर्मल मेंबर फंक्शन लिखते हो, इन दैट केस वो आपको एक्सप्लिसिटली कॉल करना पड़ेगा. माय टॉपिक इज आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द कंस्ट्रक्टर एंड डिस्ट्रक्टर कॉलिंग in inheritance. I'm not talking about the member functions. Member functions inheritance हमने आपको last class में बताया है. Fine, that is different. Don't get confused. Here we are just discussing about the constructor and destructor calling in inheritance. Fine. So from here, the control will come to the definition of parent, and hence the definition of parent is executed. So by default, my constructor will be executed. Fine. Then after this, the control, there is nothing after this parent, right? Parent keyword. So control will now come to here, and this will be executed later. So what is the meaning of this? When I executed a simple line like child obj, my control is passed to here, and from here, my control is passed to parent class. So, which function was executed first? The constructor of the parent class was executed first, and then the constructor of the child class. Let's see, I'll just execute this code. So see what I'm getting? My constructor of the parent class is executed first and then the constructor of the child class. Why this is happening? Because there is a relationship. Fine? There is a relationship between a parent and the child. Child is dependent on the parent. That's why. What if I'm creating here an object of a parent? For example, I'm creating an object of an parent. So this is an object of my parent, obj1. Now what will happen? So this is directly a parent. So जब compiler का control यहाँ पे आएगा, from here the control will move to the parent class here, and this is executed. So what will be the expected output? Can anyone tell me? From here, the compiler control will move to the definition of parent class. Definition of parent class is this. So what will be the output? Is there any change in this output after I'm adding this line? Just a minute. Those who know the answer, they can just raise their hand. Otherwise, I will give a call. Okay. Roll number 241.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know the answer?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Okay. I'm not audible, beta.
No, ma'am, you're audible, but I'm. It was
Okay. You are
little.
not in.
I was.
Okay. You are not. Your concentration is not there, I think so. Okay. 111 triple one. He's raising the hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, beta. So can you
Ma'am,
answer?
that
Yes.
yes, ma'am. I am a parent class will be printed 2 times, and I am a child will print 1 time only.
Very good. So what will happen after this? See, from here the control will move to your parent class. So what is your parent class? This one directly. There is no dependency link, right? There is no other definition. Only one class is existing. So automatically the parent class will get called. That is sorry, a parent class constructor will get called. And what will be the print? What will be the output? What happened? Just a minute. Okay, semicolon is missing. So what will be the output? I am a parent. Now this is for which object? Parent class object. This is for which object? Child class object. And this is for which object? Again a child class object. So for child class object, the control is passed once to the parent class constructor and then the child class constructor. And for parent class, the control will not move to the child class. वो parent class में ही control रहेगा. The reason is child class is inheriting the properties, not the parent class is inheriting the properties, right? So this is for a single, what we can talk about, a single kind of relationship. Now I'll just modify this code. Clear this one, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to note down this or do you want to take a like screenshot for it? Otherwise, I will move ahead. Okay, no one is responding. Let it be. So I'll just modify this code now. I'm taking another class now. I'm taking two classes now, parent 1 and parent 2. And here I'm just adding two constructors. And I'm just printing a message, parent 1 and parent 2. Now what I'm doing is I'm creating here a relationship which is a type of multiple relationship. And I'm just removing it. Now what we are doing? In the child class, if you can see, what is the syntax? What is the syntax?
Multiple inheritance.
Very good. It is multiple inheritance. Fine. It is separated with the commas, and there are two classes which we had specified. Though this is multiple inheritance. So two classes are the parent classes here, and from these two classes we are deriving one child class. Fine. So what will happen again? Compiler control will come here to the main. Then the compiler control will move to this class, that is derived class. So from here the control will first move to the definition of child. Again control will come here. Now after this, the control is moving to colon. So compiler understands, yes, this is an inheritance. That means after this, there should be a class. So what is that class? Parent 1. Then again, statement is not ended here. Even we have one more thing, that is comma. And again, it is separated with one more particular class, that is parent 2. So now compiler understands that child is inherited from parent 1 and parent 2. So whether the control will come inside child? No. The control will pass on to these two classes, that is parent 1 and parent 2. Now, which is the first class which is inherited, which is to be inherited here? Parent 1. So control will pass to the parent 1. So this parent 1 will be executed first. Then comma, then public parent 2. Then the control will pass on to parent 2 and then parent 2 will be inherited. Fine. So इसका constructor पहले execute होगा, then the constructor of parent 2 will get executed, then the control will move on to child class, and then this particular constructor will be executed. So what I wrote here, simple a derived class object. With the help of this, I'll just try that whether I'm accessing the constructor of my both the parent classes or not. So let's try. So see, according to this sequence only, I'm executing my constructors. Compiler is executing it, right? First, the control is moving to the parent 1. So automatically parent 1 constructor is called, parent 2 constructor is called, and then the child constructor. What if I'm changing the sequence? मैंने sequence change कर दिया तो क्या होगा? See, parent 2 पे पहले control जाएगा. So what will happen? Constructor of parent 2 will get called first and then the constructor of parent 1. Any doubt here? This is multiple inheritance. Fine. For the constructor calling. So this is for default constructor. Now we'll see for parameterized constructor. First, let me know any doubt till here.
No, ma'am.
Now here, see, your default constructor is getting called automatically. Are you calling it explicitly? We are not calling it explicitly. When you can see from here, आपने जब यहाँ से call किया, so from here the control is moving to the definition, and from here automatically the control is passed to the classes, fine. And as it is a default constructor, there is no parameter, so automatically default constructor will get called, because we know at the time of creation of an object, constructor, that is default constructor, is going to get called. But what about the parameterized constructor? Parameterized constructor, you need to pass a parameter. So can I directly call a parameterized constructor in the child class? So the answer is no. I cannot directly call a parameterized constructor in the child class. Rather, I have to call it with the help of a colon symbol. So let's see. So I will just modify this, just remove this. I will just take this one. And here I will keep this class, only parent class. And here I will add one parameterized constructor. I will show you both the way. So this is my parameterized constructor for my maybe, sorry. So I am kindly mute yourself. (125) roll number, mute yourself. So what I did, I tried to add one parameterized constructor in my default class, in my derived class first. I will tell you that first, because then what I will do, here I will just create my parent1 object, obj1, and fine. Now, this you all can understand. When the control, when I'm writing parent1, so control will passed on to my parent class and the parent class constructor will get called. When I'm writing for this child, what will happen? The control will first passed on to my parent class and then the control will passed on to my child class. Now, after this, I'm writing for another object, maybe obj3, and here I'm passing with some value, maybe 10. So what will happen? Here I am creating an parameterized constructor for my derived class. So what will happen? Again, from here, the control will move on to the definition of child, but child is inherited from parent. So again, the control will pass on to parent first. What will be the output of the execution of this statement? Parent class constructor, and then the child class parameterized constructor. Just initialize. Okay, so let's execute this. So see what I did. Parent. So parent execute hua. Then for this child, parent and child both will get executed. So this is for that child obj2. Sorry. यहाँ से यहाँ तक. Okay. So this is for this child. Now for object 3, what will happen? Parent class constructor and child class parameterized constructor. Fine. Not a default constructor. So from here, the output will be parent class and child class parameterized constructor. That means when I am creating an object of my derived class with an parameter, it will directly pass the control to the parameterized constructor. The control will not pass to the default constructor. Is it okay? Default constructor only will get passed when you are not passing any argument. अगर आपने argument pass किया तो default constructor call नहीं होगा. The control will passed on to the parameterized constructor. So this is for the objects of child class by using a parameterized constructor in the base class. Next, I wish you understood this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's move ahead now. Now what I will do, I will just move to my parent class and I will try to, I have taken here one variable, right, x. So what I will do, I will try to take here a parameterized constructor. So here I'm taking this. I just wanted to initialize that value x is equals to I. So this is now a parameterized class, and in the derived class, I'm not going to write this again, I'll just modify here. Now this is my child class. I'll take some another variable because I have taken here I. तो मैंने यहाँ पे थोड़ा modify कर दिया just to avoid the confusion. Fine. So this is a parameterized constructor. But just remove this now. Now, from here, when I'm talking about like this, child object with a parameter. So that means when the control is coming here, I am expecting the parameterized constructor should be there inside my base class, right? Because I am passing the argument. अगर मैंने बस इतना ही लिखा, for example, child A, I am expecting that I am executing a default constructor of base and child both. But if I am writing like this, that is object with an parameter, I am expecting that I want it to execute, not I actually, compiler expecting that it needs to execute the parameterized constructor of the base class. But the question is that from here, the control is moving here. Then the control will move here. So whether is it in the similar manner that how we had implemented the the default constructor, in the same manner it will be executing? So the answer is no. In that case, what will happen? A parameterized constructor of the base class need to be called explicitly by using a colon. So I will write here one thing. Note down this thing: parameterized constructor of the base class need to be called explicitly from child class of with the help of colon. So how I can do that thing? So I will just extend the definition of my child class parameterized constructor. So where is my child class parameterized constructor? Inside the child class. So I will just make use of this colon and I will give call to my parent class constructor. Now what is my parent class constructor? My parent class constructor is again a parameter. Fine. I will add one variable here, y, and what I will say that this constructor will just initialize y with j. Fine. So what I want now from here, the control should get passed on to the parent class, and parent class your parameterized constructor should get called. But parameterized constructor will not be called directly. Fine. So you have to call it with the help of colon explicitly. So where I am writing that in front of just my parameterized constructor of your child class. So I'm just extending the definition, but it is the parameterized one. So I need to pass an parameter. So what parameter I had passed to child, I'll simply pass that parameter to my this also parent class also. Now from here, the control will passed on to your parent class. So control will come here and this parent class will get executed. And then later, the control will move on to your derived class. What I did, a simple thing I did here, just I have added explicitly here colon with a parent class with an explicit parameter, which is not the need when we are talking about your a default constructor. So see, from here, when my control is moving to the child class, 10 is my parameter. From here, the control is coming to parent. Fine. So control will come here inside and this is fine. So from here, the control will come here. Now this is default constructor. No, this is not the default constructor. This is a parameterized constructor and you had called it explicitly from here. Fine. So what will happen? Parameterized constructor will get executed. So the control will be passed to the statement and then next it will be. You can also try to, print that value. So see, from this statement, the control is moving to your child class. Child class is dependent on the parent class. So from here, the control is moving to the parent class, but parent class doesn't have the default constructor. Do the parent class has a default constructor? No. अगर default constructor होता तो default constructor automatic print होता सबसे पहले. Fine. If you want, I will add that also here. Parent one. But no, just a minute. Because there isn't constructor, no? Parameter is one. So just check once default. Why this will not call? Because we are just creating this one. अगर मैंने यहाँ पे simple child लिखा obj1, in that case your default will be executed. So see, now I tried for both default and parameterized. So मैंने जब default के लिए call किया तो default base and default child दोनों call हुए with the help of this relationship. Fine. And जब मैंने for parameterized call किया, so control is passed to the parameterized constructor of my base class and the parameterized constructor of my derived class. But the only thing is, जब आप default में काम करोगे, you no need to pass that, no need to specify it explicitly. But when we are talking about the parameterized constructor of the base class, you need to pass the control explicitly. Fine. So this is how we are executing the parameterized constructor in the inheritance. Just go through it once. You can take a screenshot if you wish, or you can write in your copy. Write down the syntax, all of you, in your copy. I'm giving you 5 minutes for it.
Ma'am, can you copy the code and paste in the chat box?
Why? आप fully automatic इसका मतलब online का advantage लेना चाहते हो क्या बेटा? Every time I'm doing that, but all you have your copies with you? All of you? What if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
people are coming physically to the college? What you people are going to do? मैं करती हूँ paste, but I want that thing in your copy also. When you are going to come physically, no, I'm going to check it, right? And similarly, the destructor calling will also be there. इसमें किसी को डाउट है? I will tell you about the destructor.
मैम
Yes.
मैम मैम मुझे
Yes.
एक डाउट है
हाँ.
मैम उसको एक्सप्लिसिटली कॉल क्यों किया वो थोड़ा समझ
किसको?
नहीं आ रहा वो पैरामीटराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्टर
Okay. मैंने वही बोला आपको. When I started, no, this one I told you, when we are giving call to default constructor, there is no need for explicit calling to the default constructor. फाइन. जब आप ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करते हो ऑटोमेटिकली कंपाइलर अंडरस्टैंड्स आफ्टर द सेमीकोलन, लाइक आफ्टर दिस लाइन automatically my compiler understands that I do need to create a space for that object. How the space is created? So for that reason constructor is there. So automatically compiler will pass the control to the default constructor. Fine. इस केस में आपको कोई सिंटैक्स पता है? You no need to, sorry, there is no need to, like for the application programmer to aware with the syntax. Fine. डायरेक्टली मैंने बस क्लास नेम लिखा, चाइल्ड नेम, ऑब्जेक्ट लिखा, सेमीकोलन लिखा. नाउ इट्स ड्यूटी ऑफ माय कंपाइलर ने ऑटोमेटिकली अंडरस्टैंड किया कि मुझे डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर को कॉल करना है. बट when I'm talking about the parameterized constructor, compiler doesn't understand. Compiler understands only for the specific class. मतलब अगर मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा child obj10, so compiler will only understands for parameterized constructor of my child class. कंपाइलर डजंट अंडरस्टैंड कि मुझे उस क्लास से पैरेंट के पैरामीटराइज को कॉल करना है. कंपाइलर डजंट अंडरस्टैंड दिस. अगर मैंने इस स्टेटमेंट को कमेंट कर दिया, सो यू अज्यूम इट कि कंपाइलर आफ्टर दिस पर्टिकुलर लाइन कंपाइलर अंडरस्टैंड्स ओनली दिस लाइन एज एन दिस वन. After this, compiler only understands this line as an this one. Compiler doesn't understand that there is a relationship between child and parent. तो मुझे parent के constructor को भी, मतलब parameterized constructor को भी call करना है. That compiler doesn't understand. Compiler only understands for default. मतलब यहाँ से जब आपका कंट्रोल डिफॉल्ट यहाँ पे आएगा तो कंपाइलर को डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर कंपाइलर कॉल करेगा, बिकॉज कंपाइलर हैज एन डेफिनेशन फॉर इट. Compiler can call a default constructor of my parent class. Compiler can call a default constructor of my derived class by or through the object of my derived class. But compiler cannot directly access the parent class parameterized constructor through the object of child class. So for that reason, we need to pass or we need to specify it explicitly in the child class that which parent class parameterized constructor you want to give a call. The reason is it is not for us, it is for the compiler. कंपाइलर को ये स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूटेबल है, अंडरस्टैंडेबल है, बट कंपाइलर को ये स्टेटमेंट फुल ऑन अंडरस्टैंडेबल नहीं है. दिस स्टेटमेंट इज अंडरस्टैंडेबल टू द कंपाइलर ओनली विद द लिमिटेशन दैट दिस इज गोइंग टू गिव कॉल टू ओनली द पैरामीटराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्टर ऑफ माय चाइल्ड क्लास. बट यहाँ से पैरामीटराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्टर को कैसे कॉल होगा इसके पैरेंट के? हाउ इट विल गेट कॉल? आपको पैरामीटर पास करेगा. यू कैन सी द डेफिनेशन. आपको पैरामीटर पास करना पड़ेगा. बट हाउ द कंट्रोल विल गेट पास्ड? फ्रॉम हियर यू हैव टू पास द कंट्रोल टू द पैरेंट क्लास कंस्ट्रक्टर. पैरेंट क्लास पैरामीटराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्टर. हाउ यू कैन पास? Compiler doesn't know that from this line, from this particular statement, I need to pass a control to my parent class parameterized constructor. तो कंपाइलर को ये चीज पता नहीं है. फॉर दैट रीजन हमको यहाँ पे एक्सप्लिसिटली वो कंस्ट्रक्टर लिखना पड़ेगा जो हमको पास करना है या कंपाइलर का कंट्रोल पास करना है. सो दैट कंस्ट्रक्टर आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग हियर विथ एन एक्सप्लिसिट डेफिनेशन. Is it okay? Compiler
Yes, ma'am.
doesn't know that how to give a control to the parent class constructor, parameterized constructor. I'm not talking about the default one. And for the understanding to your compiler, we need to do that explicitly from the derived class parameterized constructor. So I will extend the derived class parameterized constructor definition and I will pass the control to the parent class constructor with an parameter. कौन सा पैरामीटर आप पास करोगे? So that parameter you have to pass here and then that constructor will be executed. I'm doing it for the compiler because compiler control need to be passed from derived to parent. This is not for the application programmer, this is for the constructor, as constructor doesn't have that control. For default, compiler has in control. For parameterize, compiler doesn't have an control. For that reason, we need to do that thing explicitly. And that thing I have written here, and I told you to write it also. That when we are talking about the parameterized constructor, compiler doesn't understand it. So base class के parameterized constructor को आपको explicitly call करना पड़ेगा with the help of an colon. Why? Because compiler doesn't understand how to call. There can be one parameterized constructor, there can be two parameterized constructor, to which constructor compiler should give call. Right? So वो understanding बताने के लिए we need to extend that with the help of an colon. So explicit definition is mandatory for parameterized, but it is not mandatory for default. Okay, one last point. Now here this was about the constructor. What will be the destructor sequence? See, the object which is created first, I will just delete this one. एक simple code रखती हूँ so that for understanding it will be easy. Yes. Now see, we know this simple code. यहाँ पे मैंने एक default base डाला है और यहाँ पे एक default child डाला है. Fine. Just execute it. So we know what will be the execution. It will be default base first and default. So constructor of base is called first and the constructor of child is called latter. Now how the destructor will be called? I will write here a destructor. How to write a destructor? With the help of an tilted symbol. So I will just add it. One more thing, you're having your IE1, right? Next week, you're having your IE1 examination, internal evaluation 1 examination. So it will be a quiz on Google Form. There will be 60 questions. Fine. So it will be total for 60 minutes. So 1 hour test will be there for OP as an internal evaluation 1. जो absent है, you all can communicate to those students. This is any doubt with IE1 internal evaluation? This is derived. I will say child. So destructor is working exactly opposite to your constructor. जिस ऑब्जेक्ट को आपने सबसे पहले मेमोरी allocate किया है, that will be deallocated later. See, by default constructor of base will get called first, then the constructor of child will get called after the execution of the statement. And what about the destructor? जैसे ही दोनों कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल हो गए, कंट्रोल आएगा यहाँ पे, then the control will move to the next line. There is nothing into the next line. It is only return. So before coming out of this particular, out of this main, what will the compiler do? Whatever the memory which was allocated for child and parent, that will be deallocated. Now whose memory will be deallocated first? So जिसको last allocate हुआ, किसको last allocate हुआ? If you can see, किसका last default constructor call हुआ था? So default constructor for child. So that will get deallocated first. It is an exactly opposite. You can see base का constructor पहले call हो रहा है and then default का constructor. So उसी के exact opposite में default का child का destructor and then parent का destructor. So it's an exactly opposite to your, the constructor and destructor calling. ये कब होगा? After the execution of this, the control will move to the next line. When there is nothing, the control will move to the return. And before coming out the control to your main, outside the main, the destructors will get called. तो जिसको सबसे बाद में allocate हुआ, that will be deallocated first, and जिसको सबसे पहले allocate हुआ, that will be deallocated later. So destructor will work exactly reverse manner with respect to your constructor. So this is a simple thing about the destructor calling sequence in inheritance. Any doubt? There is no need for explicit calling of a destructor. डिस्ट्रक्टर ऑटोमेटिकली कॉल होगा जैसे ही आपका रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट आएगा. आपने पैरामीटराइज यूज किया या डिफॉल्ट यूज किया, दोनों केस में देयर इज नो नीड फॉर कॉलिंग इट एक्सप्लिसिटली. एनी डाउट हियर? लेट मी टेक द अटेंडेंस.
No, ma'am.
Any doubt in this destructor sequence?
No, ma'am.
So here we have ended with the introduction of inheritance, types of inheritance, and the constructor and destructor. Tomorrow I'll try to revise. From tomorrow we'll just try to revise the first 2 units, and अगर कुछ बचा है, so that also we are going to take from tomorrow. Fine? Okay.
Ma'am, can you scroll up?
Is it visible, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm just taking the attendance. No one will leave in between. Those who are done, they can leave. Done?